When removing 40-plus-year-old screws on a motorcycle, the most important tool you can have is the impact type driver. And you want to fit your best thick screw tip. Make sure it's not too thick. Get the perfect size. This one doesn't fit. And you have it in reverse. Get a nice big hammer. So it's important to remember when you're using this is that these screws mean business. You have got to push hard, twist it all the way tight to unlock or to twist off, and then you whack the end of that. If you screw up one of these screw heads, you're screwed. You're gonna have to drill it out or do something, so make sure you take it serious. These are all really tough nuts to crack. Gotta twist it to the left and then give it a real good smack like you mean business. But you have to hold the handle tight. Oh yes, I love it. Now I have to keep talking because I hear a really good song in the background and I don't want YouTube to hear it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's talk about this. I'm having some success. I think it's working pretty good. This gear oil is draining ever so slowly. And look at the amount that's in there. And look, the gear oil looks good. The piston looks good inside. The piston moves, but the kickstarter will not kick start. So now we're taking off these screws, and I've already loosened all of them. Let's see. Okay, they're not all the same size. And so I'm going to take note that this has a lot deeper shoulder than this one, and they do alternate, short, long, 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 long. So most of them are long. There's a couple of short ones. It's important to note this when you take anything apart. Yeah. Long. Still want to go putting it back together. Wrong later on. Long with the wrong, long, short. I'll have this open in no time. I got my handy, ginormous rubber mallet to give this thing a whack. Just going low. Can't even see those. I'm just feeling for them. I'm super stoked I was able to get all these screws loose. All right, now best not to take it off just yet, but all the screws are out. And you know what? My ignition switch with key for a 1980 Honda Express showed up in the mail today. I got a little notification on my phone. Oh, this is draining. We'll walk out to the mailbox and check the mail. Ooh, yeah. Uh-oh. Guess we'll do that again. Oh, look, this whole thing comes with it. Okay, now this could get out of control really quick. I've never had one of these apart. I don't know what's going to fall apart on the inside when I pull this off. Apparently the Kickstarter is coming with the case. This is a big apparatus. So I'm just going to try to pay as much attention as I can and go slowly and try not to damage anything. It seems like it's really hung up on this end. It's this end, it seemed like it was okay coming apart. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen when I pull this case apart. I don't know, but we're about to find out. Now they had like this lever here. It's a good place to pry against, but it's really stiff. Like I can feel a lot of resistance coming from this back end. It doesn't want to come apart, so I'm a little bit worried. And there could be something back here. I'm going to move this toolbox. And I need to take a better look, so I get suspicious that there's like more fasteners somewhere. And you got the whole wheel assembly, but I mean, as far as I can tell, it comes off from the front. There is some, I think I saw it in the picture too, like a rubber plug on the back side of this thing. But it's just like a vent. Hey, my wheel feels, oh no, really stiff now. It almost feels like if something was disengaged before, now it's engaged. Looking inside there, I see this shaft goes in. I don't see any kind of a keeper on there. Okay, let's go to work. Let's see if we can put it back together. No, maybe. Wow. This is rattling a little more. That could definitely be a pin, but I'm concerned that I can't just, there it goes, tap it back together for a minute. So maybe whatever this is, there's something that the clutches that bind, and taking it apart, it needs to come straight out. So I did see some promising movement back here. I'm gonna get me a little shorty screwdriver. It has a really fine taper to it. We're going to use it like a wedge, and I'll just see what happens back here. Somewhere back here. Seeing some progress. Okay. That is a pin. I was right about that. It's an alignment pin here at the back. So I think I need to take this apart very carefully and evenly. Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Look at this case. It's, whoa, almost dripped in my coffee. It's beautiful in there. There's the clutch thing. A nice chain. Cover, a gasket that came out in one piece. I'm gonna set this on some of this nice newspaper that I got. And that nice fella sent me the ignition switch. So this looks beautiful. I mean, wow. It's in amazing shape. I don't even know what it's supposed to look like, but so my problem was kick-starting. Here's the centrifugal clutch, part of it. Let's get got my, uh-oh. Oh, look, here's a little piece of the gasket, and it's on the bottom side, kind of at the back. I think I could make, yeah, there's some paper gasket in there. You know, I'll look for a gasket, but I could make a gasket to seal this case up if I have to. Get this gear all over here. I'm going to put this, so the kickstart faced forward. Let's put this back on here. Since it didn't need to come off in the first place, I might as well reuse some of this nice oil. This thing don't like to go in here with the gun. Oh, yeah. There goes that. Oh yeah, that was a lot better. All right, so the kickstart mechanism, for some reason, it's locked up. You can see that this chain, uh-oh, what was that? I'll have to check the video, but I think that was sitting right there. So would it go right on here? No, that was, maybe it was right here. All right, I think it was right here, and this bearing goes on right there. Okay, good. That's what I mean about paying attention. You want to be able to get everything back. Look at this, it's got a little chain tensioner. Oh my gosh. And it rides on this, and it's like a plastic, it feels like a plastic part. And it's still in excellent shape. There's another one on the bottom. Wow, that is cool. Anyways, back to the problem. So when I push on the Kickstarter, this chain slacks and this one gets really tight. What's this? Ooh. It's some kind of a gear that would be right here. Is this the lockout? There's a little lever right under here, and you can see it moves this. Is that? So if you push that, it would lift this. No. Did you have to hold this to kickstart it? Ah! No. Because the kickstart will go away from it, causing this to go like that. There's no way that it went like that. This shaft go into this hole, and this, it just, I'm still not, I'm trying, the kickstart lever went cocked up higher now. But it's still not moving. Now if I lift the Kickstarter, no. Now if this is in there, and this is in here, and this lever can be moved. I wonder if that's like the anti-theft device? I'll get into that later. I'm happy that these gears look so good. I do see that this is a gear oil fill. I was suspicious of that earlier. This gasket is attached really well. I bet I could dress this, clean it, dress it, stick it on, and hope for the best, and it leaks. I'll be able to take it back off and put on a new gasket, which I'll look for a new gasket. But I gotta fix this thing first. So this won't go either way. This is on a spring, so when it's kicked, the gear is going away from it. Now, when this is on there, you push this, it goes backwards, pushes this open. For what? Let's say you know. How can this gear turn if it's got these parts on it? This part looks like it's bolted into place for good. So this would have to be like a freewheel clutch. If this is the recoil spring, it feels tight. So this is all recoil spring mechanism. So when you kick this, this goes up, spins the recoil mechanism. So this has got a lot of energy in it. I can feel that it's wound. You better be careful if you take this apart, which I'm not going to do. It's got some serious special Allen heads with holes. So you're not taking this apart. You've got some really fancy tools. So I think my starter mechanism is messed up. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do now is I'm going to shop for a new Kickstarter, or an old Kickstarter. Because I'm not sure what else to do at this point. I believe this thing is going to run. It will run once I freshen up the gas, figure out how to kickstart it. So that's where we're at. And I'll just keep working on it little by little. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, check it out. So there's the centrifugal clutch can spin. Everything is so nice in here. And listen to this. Turn you over. Hey, don't fall. It pumps. This engine moves so freely that it's incredible. And my problem is somewhere in my kickstart mechanism. I mean, it all looks so good. Something in here I think is bound up in this return spring, and that's my next, because yeah, it's my next motive. Motive is to fix the kickstart, and then I'll throw this back together with some good seal and a fresh gear oil. Put in my ignition key that just arrived. This thing is going to run.